Rambo, your country needs you again.
I told you, Troutman. I'm done being a puppet. I'm a moisture farmer now, and I like it.
Moisture farmer? Rambo, people's lives are at stake. You're just going to sit up here and watch as the world goes down in flames?
That sounds about right.
John, what if I told you we're sending you somewhere no one has been before? Well, except for Johnny Mnemonic, the lawnmower man, and I think Neo. I'm kind of confused on that one.
What are you talking about, Troutman?
We want to send you inside the internet.
I'll do it.
John, this is the U-Red Face Twit Penetrator 9000 from Stinker Industries. It has one purpose, to send you directly into the internet. You'll also take a full armament of your usual weapons. Knives, huge guns, explosive tipped arrows, headbands, and a boombox that only plays Bad Company.
What's my mission?
Well, it's a little metaphysical, really. But we want you to kill, duh.
Who, or whom, is the target?
This time it's who. You're going to wipe out all of the stupid film franchises people hate by killing the characters.
Line them up, so I can light them up.
Start the badass transfer protocol drives, and good luck, John.
I won't need it.
It is time to do something about the purge. It is defining our country.
We need to do something about that senator.
The purge has to come to an end.
Yeah, let me help.
Who the fuck are you?
You thought they disappeared, but they're back. Here they are, the Four Horsemen.
Are you listening, horseman? You will get what's coming to you.
We jumped off a rooftop in New York and landed in China.
How is that possible?
It's my own kind of magic.
No, I meant that I don't have any lines in the trailer.
Because no one likes you, Jesse Eisenberg.
Here's a magic trick. I'm going to make your guts disappear.
Professor Langdon, we need your help. 3 days ago, a man killed himself.
And?
We think it has something to do with a bullshit theory that is purely just conjecture.
Well, it seems I'm your man.
It's Dante's Inferno!
Dante defined the modern conception of hell 700 years ago. What date is it?
The 23rd.
23 plus 700 plus the amount of change in my pocket equals 736. Divide that by how many burritos Pope Arnold had for breakfast in the year 1482 and multiply that by the times Ava Green has shown her boobs and... my God!
What is it?
We've got to get Dante's death mask.
The mask was stolen! Here's the footage!
Professor, that looks like you.
I have no memory of taking that mask.
You're about to remember what your pancreas and kidneys look like.
I'm Harley Quinn, and all the jokes should be about how people want to bang me.
I'm box office cancer! Woo!
I'm the cure.
The lichens are rising again.
Selene, put on your leather pants and stop them.
You should have put on your dead pants.
I'm Samara, and I'm a spooky ghost.
Watch Rambo on VHS, and you'll get a rearranged face.
You cheated on me and beat me, but I like it, so let's get married.
Bondage on our wedding night.
Sexy!
I'll catch the bouquet if you catch this grenade. There's too many of them, Troutman. I'm running out of one-liners. Send me to Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Burma, or even Hope, Oregon, anywhere but the internet.
Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness. I'm Justin, and I'm going to tell you some awful jokes that your dad will like.
I'm Sam, and I'm going to never admit I'm wrong and then fuck with the dials on the mixer.
I'm Jackie, and I'm going to say weird random things and only talk about poop and farts.
Oh god, not these shitloads. Send me back. Send me back.
Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness. Hello and welcome to Stinker Madness, the pod. Wait a minute, I just said this. Damn it.
I think we're in the podcast inside the podcast.
So it's like looking into one of those infinity mirrors.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Or you're a la Deadpool. You're breaking the fourth wall within breaking the fourth wall. Or a flashback within a flashback, which is some of the worst I've ever seen is when somebody does that. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful. Like, what are you doing? You can't have a flashback within a flashback. Like, I remember. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Hey, there I was remembering something from before. Doodle-doo, doodle-doo. Doesn't work.
No.
Just flash back to the first time. Stupid.
We just shouldn't flashback. You should be like, hey, one time I did this.
Yeah.
The other guy should be like, so?
That's good diegetic.
Yeah.
Well, that's about how people are, too. They're like, yeah, thanks for the story, butthole. I've got things to do.
Neat. One time I made a sandwich.
Yeah.
Oof, who
He just
cares?
starts, back in 62, I remember that storm. Oh, it was a mighty one. And then you turn and the other guy's just gone.
Or passed out.
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm Justin. With me as always, Sam and Jackie. The other two voices. I think you can figure out which one's Sam and which one's Jackie. This is the bad.
can you?
Can you? Because they're both names that apply to
Oh yeah, unisex.
we have, yeah. Oh,
That's
so
true.
easy.
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
How about that? Justin is the only predominantly male name.
Yeah, it'd be only because of the pronunciation.
Justin?
Justine is spelled the same way.
No, it's not. It's
No,
spelled
it's
with
got
an
an
E
E
on
on.
the end.
Some of them times it has two N's.
Those are men.
Ah,
Those are men. Yeah.
all right.
I
Whatever.
hope you didn't sleep with any of those
No.
ladies because they would have slept with you. You wouldn't have made love to them. They would have made love to your butt.
Huh.
And
Seems-
by love, I mean hate.
You would think I would notice that difference if that was like, wait a second, this isn't how it's supposed to go.
Okay. Streaming do's and don'ts this week. Oh, by the way, it's a bad movie podcast if you didn't catch on to that. Starting out on Stars this week, Reign of Fire with Matthew McConaughey. Yes, that Reign of Fire. And Christian Bale from 2002. Dragons in the Future!
So we watched this because you've been reading that it was the best looking dragons that had ever been made in a movie.
I saw somebody say that.
I will say that the dragons didn't look bad.
They didn't look bad for 2002. I'll give him that.
The movie's stupid as fuck.
Seriously fucking stupid. So stupid. I can't believe how stupid it was. I was flabbergasted after we watched this.
I was really rooting for the dragons. For an early dragon upset, and then, then the dragons would be like, and now we will rebuild. And then it just turns into the dragon story.
Well, here's the good news for you, Jackie. If this movie hadn't been incredibly stupid, that's what would have happened. Because everybody that is human in this film should have already been dead. Because they're all fucking retards. They have no plan for survival. And the plans that they do wouldn't have worked because they would have just gotten eaten by dragons previously. Like, let's build our food above ground where the fucking dragons are. And then the dragons don't even eat them. They just burn their food.
It seems like they couldn't get that figured out.
Which is it?
Yeah,
Are they ash eaters or people eaters?
they're bad.
And then they've got, before the movie even fucking gets going, you've got the whole field sequence where, oh no, our crops have been destroyed and some people have died because they were morons. Well, guess what? Everybody else is too. They've got fireproof suits. They send guys out in fireproof suits who do not get burned. Shouldn't the people that have been like, we're going to go raid that fucking field, take the fireproof suits with them?
Well, the people that are raiding the field are picking ripe crops that are ready to be picked. So in terms of the movie, is betrayed itself already because Christian Bale's like, it's, there won't be any seeds to germinate. And it's like, no, those tomatoes are ripe. If you leave them any longer, they'll
Fall
rot.
off and die. And
Yeah, and you won't eat them.
be grody. Yeah. Ugh. God damn it. And then their plans, like, everybody is stupid. Matthew McConaughey shows up and his character is fucking retarded and he's the leader of this, like, I'm gonna come. Oh wait, he's not British. He's American
So-
because he's got to be fucking American. Why does he have to be American?
Kentucky regulars,
Why?
because he can't do a British accent. Because he just shows up and he goes, all right, dragons. That's the difference here.
And they've made it this far. He's a dragon slayer, and he's got a chopper. The chopper's deal is jump out and then fly fast through the air and net a fucking dragon with nets that are clearly too fucking small. And then what?
Then when it hits the ground, Matthew McConaughey murder-fies it
Okay.
with his badass sleeveless jacket. His jacket has got the sleeves torn off of it.
He still does that just by using Christian Bale as bait. That should be the fucking plan.
He harpoons it, too.
You just shoot it.
Why do you have a tank if you're just going to use a harpoon?
He never shoots the tank one time.
No, I have a pretty sinking suspicion that if you shot a dragon with the round from a tank, there would not be very much dragon left.
I believe tanks also have better targeting systems than a fucking turret-mounted harpoon that you hand control.
Hell, I feel like a 50 caliber anti-material round take the head off a dragon, no problem.
I think it might too. If a fucking harpoon can, I think any conventional weapon can. But the Earth's already been destroyed because we didn't try conventional weapons. We just tried to nuke them.
Yeah,
Good
nuke
job.
the dragons.
Good job, guys.
Because that'll work good. Yeah, the problem is the movie's just so stupid.
It's so stupid.
It gave so many people almost what they wanted. They're like, well, what they wanted was dragons. A lot of people wanted dragons.
Sure.
They get the dragons, and it's like, oh, let's give these other people modern warfare versus dragons. But you don't give them that. You actually rip that promise away and then pee on their face.
Yes.
Is what you're getting instead of dragons versus modern warfare. You get a damn lie.
Jackie, would you like to weigh in on this one?
Boring.
It was boring to you, huh?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, that was not a prediction I would have guessed.
Huh.
Until the very end.
I did not think it was boring.
No, I thought it was incredibly dumb, but
It was so stupid that it was a blast the entire ride through.
I guess I don't know. I didn't really, I liked it more the second time because I hated it the first time. And the first time I saw it in the theater at full price, that's strike 1, 2, and 3 right there.
Sure.
But then I watched it with my roommate who then emulated Matthew McConaughey's behavior in the film for the next 3 weeks. So it was just a real bad period for me. Rain of Fire, not good.
Ah, man, McConaughey stinks.
I would still say do.
Okay.
I mean, it was a little boring, but, there's a lot of sweet dragon action. And the end of it was just so bonkers that
Man, wow.
I loved it. I mean, that was like, oh, well, how can I not say do now?
Yeah.
Everything that I have just said that in any other film would have been like, wow, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. At the end of this film, all of that gets forgotten because the end blows all the other stupid shit out of the water.
It becomes a pinnacle of stupidity that is almost unmatched.
It's really fucking stupid. And I loved it. It was great. But oh my God, what the fuck were you guys thinking? It's a pile of shit.
It is trash, but I say do as well.
Yeah, I also give it a do. Next up on Amazon Prime, Sam and I watched this alone in the
You guys
dark.
got a lot of alone time going on.
Because you fuck off and don't like watching bad movies. I don't know where you go. I like being on a bad movie podcast, but I don't want to talk about anything but dancing and cat videos.
Dog videos.
We watched clam videos today, razor clam videos at work today.
Nice.
That's
Anyways.
tax dollars at work.
Yeah. Anyways, on Amazon Prime, Down and Dirty with Fred Williamson, Gary Busey,
David
Carradine.
David Carradine. Should right there be like, oh my God.
There were
this
some
is
other
gonna
people
be
in
awesome.
it too.
There was.
And they just kept like dis-fucking-peering.
Andrew Devoff is in it.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
Tony
100
LaBianco.
100 cameos.
That are supposed to be integral to the movie's plot. And I use the word plot loosely.
Charles Napier's
Charles
in it.
Napier.
Should be awesome.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, rather than having any action sequences, it's just tough cop talking to other tough cop or tough cop talking to commander and commander giving the obligatory speech over and over and over again.
But it's really not even very confrontational each time these happen. Like just what you would expect from your boss. Like, hey, don't do that. Not, God damn it, son of a bitch, shit ass. Nothing. Like, everybody is just...
Paperwork sticking up my ass. You're going to be off the streets, Mahoney.
It's like, you've done it again. I think you should stop these bad cop ways. Okay.
You're a pretty good cop, Dakota. Did you have any of the coffee? It's good today.
For an hour and a half.
Yeah. It's very rare that I say don't watch a Fred Williamson movie because if you're a Williamson fan, the ceiling's only so high.
Right, sure.
And so you know kind of what you're getting. This one actually just nothing really happens.
Not a thing.
So I'm hoping he makes up for it in the Dakota Smith third of 4 installments when we watch the next one of these fucking piles of crap.
I have nothing to say about this film other than don't watch it.
Yeah, it's a sequel to Night Vision that Night Vision was hot shit.
Awesome shit.
Yeah, this one was not.
Down and dirty, not good.
No comment.
Yeah, you didn't watch it.
I know,
Stick around on the
but
weekends.
I wanted to talk.
Oh, you know what you did is you took a nap. That's what you're doing, is you're taking naps instead of watching bad movies.
I am getting older.
Yeah. Okay.
Sleepier.
Martini Shark, good fan Martini Shark, at Martini Shark on Twitter. He contributed a streaming do's and don't this week, which we did not watch, but if you like Martini Shark and the things that he's said, we'll go ahead and share this. It's Shark Exorcist on Amazon Prime.
What?
Yeah, it's a shark.
The shark is
Is a preacher?
I don't know if the shark
Is an
needs to be
exorcist?
exorcised or if it's the exorcist itself.
I think
Exorciser.
the shark could be a pretty good exorcist because if you have like a kid that's possessed by a demon,
Sure.
and the shark jumps out of the water and eats it, I guess that sewed itself up real nice.
Yeah, that's over.
That shark's a damn fine exorcist.
But then does the shark get possessed?
No.
What happens
it's
if
a
you
shark.
eat a possessed person?
You poop it out later.
Oh, okay. Is the poop
Except for his
possessed?
shoes. You can find his shoes inside the shark like 100 years later.
Right, right.
Hard to digest.
Along with that metal bucket and half-eaten turtle.
Yeah.
Does poop become obsessed? Obsessed.
Obsessed.
Obsessed poop. Like if you're a spooky demon
Poop
and
possessed?
you get pooped, are you still?
That'd
Isn't
be
the
a
only
pretty
way out?
shitty existence.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Isn't the
the
only way out an
vessel-
exorcist?
No, because if you're possessing the human as the vessel, the shark made it quite dead. So
Okay.
you're just kind of shit out of luck. You're back to where you came from.
Okay, which we really aren't very clear on. So
No.
I'm saying we might want to take this one out for a spin. I'm curious now.
So do you want to find a shark and a spooky demon and
No,
try
I'm
it
saying
out?
we
or-
should watch the movie.
Oh, Shark Exorcist. He said that it was deliriously deplorable, which I would consider
Recommendation?
not good for watching.
Ha.
He said that he might get drunk and watch it again, but he said that he would get real drunk.
Huh. That's
That's a drunk star, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, drunks are one beer can. Actually, 50 beer cans or whatever it takes to get Martini Shark drunk. He is a shark that drinks martinis and is possessed.
Yeah, sharks weigh like 2,500 pounds, so that's like 87 martinis.
Okay.
I just did the math fast, so.
Hey, if you want to send us your streaming do's and don'ts, either tweet us at Stinker Madness on Twitter or like us and write to us on Facebook /Stinker Madness. You can also email us at talk@stinkermadness.com, which nobody ever fucking does. So we want to hear from you. Give us your good streaming do's and don'ts, and we'll share them with everybody else. But make sure you say whether it's a do or a don't. Sam, it's your wild card this week since Rambo 3 is your film. What have you brought for us?
This week, I'm going to do my first who would win in a knife fight.
All right.
Who would win in a knife fight, Rambo 1 or Rambo 2?
Okay. John Rambo in First Blood.
Or John Rambo in First Blood Part 2?
Okay. Oh, man. Well, I'm leaning in one direction pretty heavily, but the other direction, man, there's arguments on both sides for this.
I've got some inside information that you don't get to find out until the boring bullshit, actually.
Okay. Well, you don't get to speak at all on this until Jackie and I have spoken.
Yeah, I'm speaking now. Be quiet.
Okay. You go ahead.
I'm going to go with Rambo 1.
Why?
Because he's rested, you know, he's been out of the game. He's obviously got some issues, which makes him a little bit of a crazy cannon,
okay.
you know, and I think that if he sees himself in a Vietnam and he thinks he's having a Vietnam flashback of himself, he is cutting a fucker up.
All right. Well, I'm still vexed because I think you may come back to this. In First Blood, he's definitely more covert, which a knife is a more covert weapon. It's not as loud and flashy as a gun. That's about the most obvious thing that could be said ever.
Good
or an
job.
exploding arrow.
Yeah, or exploding arrows. He's more lethal at close range in First Blood. But you can never ignore the body count in Rambo 2. Because he doesn't kill anybody in Rambo 1. He kills 89 guys in Rambo 2.
Hey, they had prisoners. They had it coming.
89 guys?
And while he's doing it, he can fly a helicopter and through telekinesis operate the 4 different gun installations on the helicopter.
But his primary weapon is a gun.
Or a bow and arrow.
Yeah, but we're talking about a knife fight here.
Right.
Or his brain.
Right. So he doesn't kill anybody in the first one, but primarily uses a knife. He kills a shitload of people in the second, doesn't use a knife at all. So it's vexing. But I'm going to go with Rambo 1. It's a knife fight. He's better with a knife in Rambo 1, and if the other guy's got a knife, he's probably going to kill him. He's only got one way out, and it's through the other guy's innards.
All right.
2, you're still
Yep.
Rambo 1? Okay.
Rambo 1.
So there's no tiebreaker to be had. It's Rambo 1.
Yes.
I would have voted for 2 just because he's breaking rocks in prison, so he's in better shape.
Yeah, he's tough. Oh, he's much buffer. And
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
in his prime, ready for killings.
But in a knife fight, smaller, it could be, he's a little bit quicker on his feet.
Yeah. When was the last time you saw a super ripped ninja?
Last week.
American Ninja anything.
Okay, fine.
That's an American ninja.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not really a ninja or a karate guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Moving on.
All right. John Rambo from First Blood wins.
Yay.
Yay. Sam, what have you brought to us this week to bore us with on Rambo 3?
Fired, fired, fired. Everybody gets fired.
Up for Rambo.
The main production theme of Rambo 3 would be Stallone firing everybody at one point or another.
Okay.
Harry Kleiner, who wrote the scripts for Bullet and Red Heat, was hired to write the film, then fired because Stallone didn't like his draft whatsoever. Russell Mulcahy, who we will of course remember as an Ozploitation import, his main and most notable Ozploitation flick was Razorback. He would then subsequently...
Is that a pig?
It is.
It is.
Yeah, it's
very dangerous.
Jaws on land, but a boar.
Yeah, and this one's more dangerous than normal ones, but...
Which I've heard is awesome. I can't wait to see Razorback.
Also did, once he came to America prior to this film, Highlander.
Oh, okay.
So he was brought on as director. 2 weeks later, fired!
You know why? Because there can only be one. And it's the Stallord.
Stallord.
That was lame.
Replacement Peter McDonald was the second unit director. He would end up shooting portions of the film himself, as 3 cinematographers were all fired. Israel was chosen as a shooting location, but as there were too many shooting restrictions, the whole country was fired, and they just shot it in Arizona.
You're fired, country.
Yeah. They ran into a group of Civil War reenactors when getting to Arizona. The group boasted a membership of over 250. They weren't fired. However, it makes me wonder what original extras plan was in place if they just happened onto these fellows and then were able to make the movie. Like, hey, good thing we ran into these guys. We could do all those battle scenes. Jerry Goldsmith also wasn't fired. He did, however, do an entire score that Stallone didn't like. He liked the music from Rambo 2 better, so he just used that.
Nice.
Which Goldsmith also did, so technically not fired.
Yeah.
He kind of got fired.
I think Stallone might be kind of right on this one. Just go with the first. Yeah, it's fine.
The film is historic for 2 reasons. Firstly, it was the most expensive movie ever made at the time of its release, with a production cost of an estimate of $68 million.
Even with him firing all those people.
Apparently, part of that cost was a Gulfstream that Stallone wanted.
Oh, God damn it.
It cost $12 million.
A Gulfstream? What's
Yep,
that?
it's part of his contract. He gets
jet.
a $12 million Gulfstream.
It's a fucking sweet jet. Like, rich guys have them.
What does he need that jet for?
Hookers.
Hookers.
It's a movie. Or is that his transportation? I don't get it. Why is he getting a jet?
Because he wants a jet for transportation all the time. Not just like rented, like buy me a jet. Studio.
What year is Rambo 3?
88.
I wonder if he still has it.
Doubtful. Those things don't last very long.
Well, depends.
The upkeep is tremendous.
According to the U.S. inflation calculator, that $68 million in today's money is $138 million. So that's a sizable. That's like Jupiter Ascending types of money.
Yeah, and well, at the time, though, people didn't spend that sort of...
No.
Before Terminator 2, $100 million was unheard of.
Yeah,
right?
dude, that's a chunk of change for just to shoot 'em up.
Well, it's a bigger chunk of change when considering domestically the film returned 53 against it.
Eee,
It did 3 times that overseas, so it did recoup, but
maybe.
if it does almost 150 and it only needs 10 of that. It only needs 10 of that. 150 million. And then also it gets a strong VHS release, I'm sure.
Well, then they started selling it in a 3-pack
Either way,
for $5.
It has made money by now.
well, producers lamented that the Russians, who had been waging a war in Afghanistan for some time, had pulled out just before release of the film, probably just to fuck the new Rambo movie.
Probably.
Yeah, those shifty Reds, they're always trying to fuck Hollywood.
Especially Stallord.
There was actually someone that said that. Like,
I heard Khrushchev did say that.
he left Afghanistan
No, he said fuck Stallord.
just to fuck Rambo 3.
Fuck Stallord.
Khrushchev he's not even in office.
I mean, Brezhnev? What's the...
Gorbachev?
No, Brezhnev.
Brezhnev?
He was the guy that started Afghanistan. Gorbachev just inherited.
Ah, yeah. Well, it would have been Gorbachev that pulled out.
Yeah.
Just to fuck Rambo 3.
I've heard Gorbachev like to pull out a lot.
Why he wasn't Idi Amin say. So many kids. I don't know how many kids Idi Amin really had.
I don't know how many kids Gorbachev
I'm just
had.
guessing it was a lot.
Gorbachev could be Johnny Appleseed for all I know, but it's fun to say.
Yeah, it is.
You know, Gorbachev didn't like to pull out.
I'm so embarrassed.
Well, the second achievement was 2 years later when the Guinness Book of World Records rated it the most violent movie in history. This was quantified by 221 acts of violence. Mm-hmm. The qualifiers for an act of violence seem to be unclear. The body count ranges from 108 to 162, depending on source.
100. That's a disparaging level.
It's a disparaging level. I think there's different cuts. Eventually, it wouldn't matter, as the fourth film in the series, Rambo, would double the body count.
Body count.
No, body count.
This would be Richard Crenna's last appearance in a Rambo film, as he sadly would die in 2003, 5 years before the last installment. The fourth Rambo was dedicated to Crenna. This film was originally dedicated to the Mujahideen. as we don't like them any...
Whoops!
Yes, as we don't like them anymore, more recent releases have been dedicated to the gallant people of Afghanistan.
So lame.
Jesus.
Why didn't they just say the backcountry yokels of Arizona?
Well, I don't know, because they're not impoverished, I
No.
guess. But Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Thank God Rambo wasn't fighting for them.
Yeah.
We'd all be dead.
Yep. Keep an eye out for Kurtwood motherfucking Smith.
Kurtwood motherfucking Smith, which is his middle name.
Nah, motherfucking is his... Kurtwood Smith is his name.
I don't know who Kurtwood Smith is.
Red Foreman?
Oh, Red Foreman. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
sure, yeah. He's that guy's a stinker staple.
He is.
Yeah.
RoboCop, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's Robo, but he's in a bunch of other.
He's in bad movies
Yeah, he is.
and That 70s Show.
Yeah, pretty much.
Marcus Gilbert, who of course played Eric von Stahlein in Biggles Adventures in Time. And where I was leading to
Boobs.
in the knife fight,
No.
Dude, seriously?
a survival knife. The survival knife is gone.
Okay.
This knife is now 2 inches longer than the Rambo 2 survival knife,
Oh boy.
which was 1 inch longer than the first one.
Okay.
So this is 3 inches longer than the original knife. Also, keep an ear out for the Bill Medley version of He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother.
Oh, man.
Which is fuck bullshit, right? Rambo 1. I get the idea, like, oh, Rambo's everybody's brother. No, he's not.
No, he's murdering
And
everybody.
he's murdering everybody, so he's in fact heavy and not your brother.
That's right.
Gross misallocation of song.
Oh, Looney Tunes. Well, I love this movie. I can't wait to watch it again. I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but I'm sure you can pay $2.99 for it on any website ever and get it in a 4-pack on Blu-ray, I believe, now.
You can get it in a 4-pack in Blu-ray. You can get it on, I believe, and this could have happened at any point that they redid 1 and 3 to the point that they redid. 2 is the only one that has seen a full remastering for HD, as far as I know, to this point.
Okay.
So just get it on DVD until you hear otherwise.
Can we think of 4 movies that are more worth owning in a 4-pack than these 4? Because every single one of them, only 2 of them are good movies. All 4 of them are fucking awesome movies,
Yes.
though.
They did a fine job with Rambo.
Because you can't do Star Trek, because 3 of those stink.
Stink.
It's not the Superman 4-pack.
It's not that, because none of those are good movies.
Lethal Weapon movies are all they all have their own demons.
Yeah.
I don't mind them, though. I have all 4 Lethal Weapons.
I'm not a big Lethal Weapon fan, but somebody could argue that.
They could
I can
argue
see
that.
But yeah, the Rambo 4-pack, ooh, that's a must-have.
And that despite how stupid 3 is, it's one of the stupidest movies. It's so stupid that it's incredible.
Yeah. We should also keep an eye out for, according to you, whether it's the most violent movie that we can think of up to 1988. Because there's a lot, when people say, oh, it's the most violent movie ever, they're not watching shit from other countries or exploitation films or stuff like that. So we'll have to keep that in the back burner.
Because of the hilarious or meant to be hilarious interrogation rape that happens in Hanzo, which is a deplorable act of sexual violence that carries on throughout the movie, and then he actually just fucking goes apeshit on everybody. I don't think this is near as violent as that movie.
Okay.
And that was done in the 70s.
Yeah. Right.
But,
well, I guess thanks for saving that for the actual fucking podcast, Sam.
however, that film was lost when Guinness did this.
Oh, okay.
So we'll have to think of other movies because it was considered lost at that point.
Great. All right. Fans of Stinker Madness, iTunes thinks you don't like us. What? How is that possible? Well, it's because you haven't given us a review yet. Go to Stinker Madness on iTunes and take just a couple seconds to rate and review us there. While you're at it, hit up Stitcher.com as well. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter @/Stinker Madness and email us at talk@stinkermadness.com. We'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening and get to the chopper.